What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be talking about incorporating Mocha with an Express app. So let's talk about that. We are going to start things off with creating a simple Express app. And if you've looked at my other videos, you should know how to do that. So we're going to npm I express -- save, and there's not going to be dev this time because this time we want Heroku to actually download Express. So in here I'm going to just exit out of these things. I'm actually create a new folder called server, and inside that server we're going to create a new file. I'm pretty sure you already guessed what it is, server.js. And in here we're going to bring in Express, so equals require Express. Nope, not that. So var app equals Express. Dude, I'm getting the brackets and the P's all messed up. And then we're going to create a new route handler. So app.get. We're going to just get a home page. / It takes in two parameters. Rec res. And here res.send. Hello world. And that, and we're gonna listen. We gotta bind it to a port, so listen. I'm gonna put 3000, and I'm not gonna do the second parameter where you could just count the log if it's starting or not. I'm just leave it like that. It should be, good to go. We're gonna just save this and we're gonna run it over here. Node. We need to go inside the server. We're gonna go server.js. Now if you're running it, we're gonna open a browser. Now if you go to localhost 3000, you should get hello world. Alright, now that we have that in place, we're gonna start incorporating Mocha into this. So testing an actual web application it's pretty hard, guys, especially if you're doing it without any third-party modules, because you would have to get this response and grab everything inside of it, and you need to test everything like headers, set status code, the body, and anything else you want to test. You would have to get it from the res and then start making assertions about that. But there is another third-party module that we are going to be installing, and it's called SuperTest. And SuperTest is a module created by the Express developers, and it actually helps us quite a lot, actually, making our lives much more simpler. So if you go over here, open up a new tab, and we're going to just type in SuperTest, and down here you can actually see an example. So we're gonna request this from the SuperTest, the whole application. Okay, we're gonna request the app, and then we're gonna get / users. They got / users. In our case, it's going to be the home, just a /. We're gonna grab that, and we're gonna expect, and this is just an example. We're gonna expect content type to be a JSON. So we just if we sent this is actually considered HTML and text. So we will already fill right here. We would expect content length to be 15. This would be the content length right here, whatever they're sending back, to be 15 characters. We expect 200, and so on and so forth. So we're gonna actually get to that. We're gonna actually install SuperTest. So in here, get out of this, npm I SuperTest dash save, and this time we're gonna do dash dev because we don't want Heroku to actually, you know, download this. I'm sorry, my chair is so squeaky, guys. I'm just trying to get comfortable. We're gonna do that, get that done. All right. Now that we have that, inside of server, we're gonna create a new file. It's gonna be called server, and this is where we're gonna do our testing. So server dot test.js. Okay, but back in server, this test.js needs the whole application. So we're gonna actually export the whole app. Okay, so we're gonna just do module dot exports dot app, which is going to be app, and right here equals app. No, not add, app, which is going to be app, this right here. So control save that, and over here we're gonna just bring it inside. So const, actually we're gonna do SuperTester first and then bring in server.js. So const request equals require SuperTest. And again, guys, it tells you, if you go over here, it tells you request requires SuperTest. And we're gonna bring in const app. I'm not doing this syntax. The reason why is because we're only bringing in one module or one function from that. So app require is going to be from server dash server. Oh wait, where is this at? Okay, yeah, in the same directory, and it's called server. Sorry, we're in the same directory as this, so we're in here. This is the current directory, which is server, and it's called server. And then right here, we're gonna just tag in app, because every time we call app, remember app is getting the everything inside of server, and if you want to get the function app, we would have to do app.app, but I'm just tagging it in the end, so that way we just have it in one place. And down here, we're gonna do a Mocha test. So you already know how to do a simple test. So it, and the first one is the description, should return hello world response, because it's in the response, right? And then the second one, since this is going to be an async, we're going to put done in here. And this shouldn't be right there, it's right here. All right, guys, so the way we're going to actually test this with SuperTest is we're going to request the app, right? And we're going to try to get the home page, right? And we're going to expect from the home page, we're going to expect from the home page to be literally hello world, right? So we have capital H world, control copy. I'm just copy it. And then at the end of that, we're going to do, to tell request that we're done with this. We're done with this trying to request something from the home page. We're going to put end. And inside that, we're going to call done. Okay? So done. Control save. Now if we, npm run test watch, you should get, all of our, remember guys, test run is going to run Mocha ** is going to look in every directory, and it's going to look into the files that have test.js, which we do have two files, this one and this one. That's why you get so many of them. But you do right here, should return hello world response, and we did. Now, if you go back in here and actually change this to WW or WW and control save that, it should restart over here. You should get one failing, and it's going to tell you exactly why. Should return hello world, expected hello world, response body got hello world. So guys, it's pretty simple like that, guys. Nothing too fancy, but I'm gonna just change this back, Control Z, right? And we're gonna actually do a little bit more, like actually check for status codes, because right now it should be a status code of 200, right? Because everything went well. So we're gonna get dot, we expect a 200, and by default, guys, Express does send a 200. And hold on, we get a misspelled it. And by default, Express does send a 200, and over here we're gonna be sending a 404 just to see what happens, okay? And you're gonna learn how to set. You're gonna learn how to send a status. You're going to learn how to send a status code. So. And it's actually just dot status 404. We're gonna send a 404 dot send. So if you control save this now, you're gonna get an error because it's gonna tell you in a bit. Expected a 200, which is an okay, but got 404, which is not found. And over here, we're gonna just, you know, change it to 404. Actually, we're gonna do something else. We're gonna send in. I'm gonna explain to you this right here, this content type. I'm gonna actually copy this. Copy over here, 404, and we're going to do it right here again. Control save. Now it's gonna give us an error, not because of the 404, but because of the content type, right? Because we got expected content type matching JSON, got text HTML. That's because we did literally send HTML. If we wanted to get JSON, we would have to send in an object, and we're going to put name, G, age, 25. Control save, and when it restarts over here, oh, well, we got another error. Expect hello world response got name, G, age, 25. What? Oh, wait, we didn't. Dot send, okay. And over here, that's why. It's because of this. We need to delete this. We're not expecting hello world no more. If you actually save it, guys, now it should actually run. Yep, everything's all aces. This might take a while. I don't know why it's taking. Oh, there it is. There it goes. All right, guys, but SuperTest, it comes with a lot of built-in functionality, but as if you would have recalled from the last video, we actually did like to be, not to be, to equal, and stuff like that. Well, Express doesn't really do that. So it's basically just going to check basic kind of things, like it's going to check the status code, content type. It actually tells you the stuff over here, like what it can check and can't check. But we could actually use the expect module to actually do that here. So let's bring in the expect module. So const expect equals require, don't say, don't judge. So at the end of all this, we could actually, we could leave this alone. It doesn't really matter, but we could actually tack in another one. We're going to do expect, and this one is going to take in a function, and it's going to have the response in here, okay? It's already being tossed in here, so we don't have to worry about assigning it or putting it somewhere so that way this can read it. No, it already knows that it's going to get the response. That's how it's getting the content type in 404, but it gets a response object, and we're going to do something with that response object, right? So it takes two parameters. error and response, but we're not going to worry about the error. We're going to just do response. And in here, we are going to check that the object that we sent has a name and that it's my name. So we're going to check that. And this time we're going to be using another function that just, I hope you played around with it a little bit last time. Just expect. And we're going to be using, where is it at? It's somewhere in here. To have property, there you go. We're going to be using this one to actually check that this object has a property called name and it has G in it. So we're going to do expect res.body, because we're aiming for the body. That the body is the one that contains the object. We're going to expect res.body dot to have property. I'm going to delete one of these dots. And in here, we're literally just going to do, in here, we're going to do, oh yeah, the key. Sorry about that. The key of it. So the key is name. And we want G as the value, right? So let's see if this works. And it does. Look at that. It does. But if we actually put something in here like with 1 E instead of 2, don't know why, we will get a error. You know, expected the object age 25 name G to have a nested property name with the value of G, received G. So we expected res.body to have, and we did send in G. But if we actually delete one of these, everything should be working just as smooth. So yes, we can use the expect module still inside of this. And it makes it really helpful, guys, especially when you're dealing with objects and arrays and you're trying to see if this object is going to contain certain things, you know, like a payload or, you know, authentications. Before we leave this off, we are going to create another one. In here, we're going to create a user route. So app, I'm just copy this. I'm not even going to. And then in here, we're going to do a user. And we're going to send an array. I'm going to change the status code to be 200. We're going to send an array, yes, an array of an object that has name. I'm going to put my name. I might put another one in. Just copy this. I'm just be changing it. Copy, paste, name, Mike, and he's 27, I guess. I think he's 27. And another one called Christian, and he's actually 29 this year, I think. So to make it look more better for you guys, I'm actually going to just put it like this, so that way you could just see it, you know, just a little. Control save that. And over here we're going to create another test. We're going to be checking if the array has the object, well, one of these objects. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to just say name G 8 and 25, or actually we're going to be checking if it has this object in here. Okay, so I'm just copy that, have it saved in my clipboard. And here we're going to do the exact same thing. It, in parentheses, should return object in array. Okay, and here is going to be the function. It's going to be async. I really don't know why I keep on saying, I don't know why. And we're going to request the app. And over here, we're going to get the route dash user. We're going to expect. And like I said, we're going to be using this kind of thing. We can do the expect 404 and the I'm not going to mess with that one right now. We're going to expect res, or yeah, it's going to take in a function. It's going to be called res. I'm actually put dot body so that way we don't have to do res dot body at the bottom. And then we're going to, it's going to be a function. You know, so that way you don't get confused. I'm going to just delete this and we're going to just keep on doing it the way we've been doing it. So in here, we're going to do expect. It's going to be kind of long, guys. It is going to be kind of long. Expect res dot body dot to equal. And in here, we're going to just open that up. And we want it to equal an array. So we're going to do expect dot array containing and then we're gonna throw in an array in here, and then we're gonna open it up one more time. We're gonna open it up one more time after this. So we have an array, right? We have an array coming in, and we're gonna expect this array to contain. We're gonna expect dot object, because now we're inside of the array. Now we're expecting a certain object. Okay, expect object containing, and here we're gonna actually just put in the object that we're expecting. So I'm gonna just put in the object name Mike and age 27, and that's it. That's literally it. And if you save this, I'm gonna explain to you what's happening in a bit. We should get something like this. Should return object and array. That one's failing, and we're gonna see why in a second. Because it took too long, or we forgot to call done, guys. That's why. So at the end of all of this, we're going, yeah, it's a lot to take in. I'm trying to figure out where it's at right here. Yeah. We're gonna do dot end and put done in here. Control save that, and it should restart, and now we should get, yes, all of them running. So I'm gonna explain to you what's happening in here. So you should get this gist right here about the expect is this part that I'm pretty sure you're confused in. So like if you haven't looked at the gist for expect, you should, guys. It's really meaningful, and it's gonna like save you a lot of time when you're trying to test. Okay. So we're gonna expect res.body to equal, and then we want it to equal an array, so it already returns the body in here. So we're gonna expect whatever it returns in here, whatever this is, right? This is all dependent on this now, guys. So we don't have to keep on saying expect and then res.body. We don't have to keep on saying that. It's all dependent on this one, what we sent in initially. So we're gonna expect whatever this is, the array containing, because we do an expect an array, but now we gotta expect an array that's containing an object that's containing this. I mean, it's pretty simple if you just read it. We're expecting an array to equal an array that contains an object which that object is this. So guys, we're actually gonna do one more thing before we end this, and we're gonna actually do the Scribe. Okay. Now, the Scribe is a way to actually organize our tests and where it's coming from. So right now, you're just getting a list of all the tests that we have, right? And you don't know where it's coming from. You don't know if it's in the same file, or if it's like 10 or actually 6. Is that 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think there's 6, 7. If you don't know if it's 7 files that's coming from, the Scribe lets us actually turn this around and actually name our tests. What do I mean by that? Well, we're going to just give it a shot right here. Up above, in the beginning, we're going to just put describe. And then our description, I'm just say server, like that. And in here we're gonna put the test that we want it to describe. So we're describing server, and we're gonna put in here all the test units we want. So I'm gonna just put all of these, exit out, in here, paste it, control save, and now watch what happens. So now you get this one saying that in the server file, or wherever you put the scribe at, which we put right here, we could actually put server.test.js, so that way we know where it's coming from. You can just see right here, server.test.js, and it gives us the two functions in that file, or where we described it at. Now if we go to utils, in here we could actually do another one, describe, and we're gonna put in here utils. I'm gonna just put utils. We're gonna put all of these except for this one, because this one's just a it's not even, it's just random. Put it in there. Now we save it. It's saying that server test, all of them are good. In utils, all of them are good. And we could actually nest describe, right? So if we had a function that did, because we are gonna have function, guys, that actually do more than just add. We're gonna have a function that's so complex. We're gonna have multiple tests just for that one function. So in here we could actually put another one, describe, add function. Make this neat. Nope. Make that neat. Add function, and I want you to put add two numbers right here. Actually add. Okay, I'm gonna just put this one, and I'm gonna add the add sync to that one as well. Where's the add sync? Right here, this one. Paste, control save. Now you're gonna see in utils, and it actually indents it to make it look better. Add function, and it has two of them in here. We could keep on nesting it, guys. Z. Paste, square function. I'm gonna put square function. Right there, and we're gonna just grab all of this, exit out, paste, control save. We got the add function, the square functions, all in a nice looking. Now it looks extremely nice, guys. And this one is still some random value is still up here. But the scribe lets us actually organize our test units, so you could actually know where it's actually coming from. So guys, I'm actually end it off right there. In the next video, we're actually going to be doing the things that you want. I'm pretty sure we're going to be actually creating or talking about MongoDB, Mongoose, and REST APIs, right? We're going to create another app, and we're going to use all of what we learned with Mocha and Express, and we're going to create a REST API, and we're going to actually make a database, which is MongoDB. So guys, if you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing to my channel, guys. Like, dislike, and please leave a comment down and below if you learned anything, or if you want me to, if you have any questions, just leave a comment down below. I'm trying to get better, guys. I'm trying to actually get better on describing, I guess, the way things work, because in my mind everything makes sense, but it's kind of hard for me to actually express it or actually show it or teach it. But in my mind, everything makes sense. It's just hard to tell you. But I'm trying my best to actually, come up with these tutorials for you guys, and yeah, I'm gonna keep on trying to do my best. So thanks, guys, for watching. I keep on saying guys a lot, and I've noticed that. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe, leave a comment, like or dislike, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks.